Alright, so we're back with some more Octopath Traveler. Right, funny thing. Alright, so the recording crashed after a read. I think I know what originally caused it to crash, so in that sense, we're good. The unfortunate thing being, I believe we're gonna have to redo most of this area as a result. Unfortunate, really. I guess I could have done off camera. Okay, this should be after we were coming back. In which case, we don't have too much to do in this area. Good thing we saved. Good thing we saved.
I've done my research.
Yeah, so I went through Task Manager. I think I figured out what was the thing that was really causing it to slow down and whatnot, so we should be fine now. Off to a good start. It might have also corrupted that file, so this might be a video after. I didn't do anything after the crash, just went trying to fix the issue and then came back to it, so you didn't miss anything in that regard. So we'll go ahead and get rid of you.
Here we go.
Snakes usually don't like axes. Yeah, I figured as much. I was thinking ice, fire, maybe electric for the snakes. Assuming they're weak to anything. Did get rid of all the snakes immediately. I guess go for the steel at SP. Oh, a decent steel.
Here we go.
That dude had far more HP than the game seemed to be letting on there. Primrose does hit level 26 there. Nice. Our Maiden's almost halfway to his final skill, which, considering it's like 5,000 job points, is kind of insane, really. Okay, alright, come on, just walk up the thing. There we go, we got the pole mace. Which, of course, nobody in my party actually uses right now. Could be good for Tracer. Could also be used on Ulbrich, who would have thought? The thing in Ulbrich's area being good for Ulbrich? I know, right? Honestly, this fight's just gonna be annoying. Hey, we got a trophy for running away. Let's go. 100% completion right there. I mean, yeah. That was the first fight we actually flipped. There's only one skeleton here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fight this, I guess. Oh man, you give me job points times 2. I suppose I have to do it now. We go for the SP steel, baby. Presumably a fire would have more. I mean, that was a pretty good steel. Of course, they more than likely have a lot of steel to begin with. We can check out ice on you, though I don't expect it to be the case. I guess it would have made more sense to check like fire or something, since I was going to use ice to get rid of the flames in the back. No ice, no fire, potentially dark, but we'll absolutely do another dance. Dance weekend's great. BP fully restored. Nice.
Bring it on.
Wow. I mean, I know my defense just got dropped, but like, jeez. Alright, no fire, no ice. Potentially axe? I mean, you are like a skelly, bro. No? Oh. Go ahead and just wail on him. So that way we can break him at the very least. It's not going to do any damage, but you know, at least we broke him.
I'm ready.
Of course we're going to go for max stance. He can't wipe us because as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any AoE skills. At least from what he's displayed so far. Alright, I've seen better dances. I've also seen worse. Go ahead and just keep stealing SP. And save your boost just so that way we can immediately break him next turn. That'll work.
Bring it on.
Light? I mean, I have more out of wart
How
now.
do you like this?
Light, yeah. Light against
I'm ready.
Undead. Who could have seen that one coming?
Here I am.
I mean, I gotta try it again. Okay. Job experience and regular experience times 2. We take those. Those don't stack, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware. Even if I roll the 2 experience times 2. Lame, I know, right? Nah, I'm not gonna steal back 6 more SP than I will using it, unfortunately. So we're probably just better off attacking him then. That gets rid of the confusion and the sleep. Although we have plenty of turns just to wail on him here.
All
Got
right.
teared, so I can't boost at least with him. Go ahead and go for the amputation. Should be enough. Or not. Alright then.
I'm
Thanks,
ready.
Kate. 3 damage.
Interesting.
Oh boy. Really? This man's really gonna be able to attack one more time.
Here we go.
Holy. What do you have? Like 1 HP or
Try
something?
again.
Alright, get me out of here. Again, I wanted to fight the boss, man. Except there's no boss in here. And what is this? Whose man is this? Well, I guess we're going the Riptide then. Or Riptide.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Not really much for me to do here. I guess we'll go for a steal on a Valkyrie.
I'm ready.
Yeah, well, go ahead and get rid of one of the other guys then.
All right.
That's gonna be the case.
An interesting dilemma. Nothing will quiet the storm. Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, we should have collected a majority of the stuff for this area, so we should just be looking for entrances and whatnot.
They are.
Keep getting trolled, man. Every time I try and
I'm ready.
fight a boss or something like that, they're like, oh, boss isn't home right now. Please leave a message. Like, come on.
Out of my way.
I'm trying to fight bosses out here. Game's like, nah, son.
Here we go.
Alright, fire. Well, we've got plenty of that. Critical boost? Absolutely not. I forget crits are even a thing in this game.
A passing.
I probably got crit multiple times, which is probably why I've seen the red numbers and whatnot. But then again, that was just from weakness from there, I'm pretty sure. So maybe if it's red on regular attacks, it's a crit. I think that's just the
You won't
chest
feel
over
a
there,
thing.
but on the off chance that it is.
Out of my way.
Yeah, you're just gonna go ahead and share SP to you. And then we'll just have him keep stealing SP as needed.
I'm ready. Curious.
2 sleeps? And then you managed to do it all on the same person? You countered her?
Thus ends your lesson.
Man, those fights are not even worth fighting. I mean, I guess I'm getting some sleep weed and some random healing items off of it. But XP and job point wise, absolutely not worth it so far. Is it really this much of a straight shot to Riptide? I guess it is. What are those fish? Weak to
Out of my
bows,
way.
huh? Alright then. Guess I could just pass off more SP. I don't need too much to be able to be stealing. Not that it was exactly a lot, but more than nothing.
Great
Don't imagine the fish are weak to fire. I mean, you know, they're still weak to death. Turns out that one's
Not
pretty
bad.
good.
A passing.
You know, it's just like in Pokemon when it's like, oh, it's not very effective. Oh, wait, they're dead anyways. Go ahead and hit up the inn, but after we talk to everybody, so that way we can steal and inquire and whatnot as needed. Stinging dagger, occasionally poisons. Pretty sure I already have that. The black attire I'll take, though. That is decent for what I have. I can't acquire, but I can scrutinize them because of reasons. Rare stone? I mean, Dragon Star equips, restores SP every turn. What do you mean I can't steal that, bruh? How much to scrutinize you guys? 70% chance? I'm halfway convinced to do it. Like, for real. What do you need? Why can't he seem to understand? The same stubborn fool has proposed to me 10 times over. Oh my, what a sin. Every time I turn him down, and every time he runs home crying all the way. What woman in their right mind would want to marry such a spineless and fragile man? Not me, that's for sure. You are such a strong woman. You're so strong. You've come too far to quit now. Known for her beauty, this woman is the object of affection for many. Men come to Riptide from far and wide seeking her hand. Though her scathing words chase them all away. Right. Plus 45 physical defense, minus 4 evade though. Why must you be like this? Weaponry wise, I mean... Oh yeah, no, our elemental attack is insane compared to what they're offering us right now. Reduces evasion would not be the worst thing. We can just steal what we need and barter and whatnot, so again, regular stuff is kind of meh. An unreliable young man living in Riptide, his frail exterior belies a resolute heart which cannot easily be shaken. Right. You know what can be taken? This heavy bow, though, for an 80% success rate. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. All right. Well, our hunter is loving life right now. What do you have? Herbs? Herb all day, every day. I can only allure this guy at this point. Yeah, okay, that's just Tavern Man being Tavern Man. Tony's mother, a strong and robust woman who worries about her son who was raised to be as spineless as his own father. Rip. That's what they say, right? Thunderstone, nice. Great lightning damage to everyone. At 80%. The heavy bow was different, you know. Heavy bow is apparently really good. A childhood friend of Layman's, he has both admonished and encouraged his friend who has always aspired to be a great adventurer. In secret, he's jealous of Layman's courage to chase the stream, come what may.
The truth.
Okay. Pretty sure I talked to all these guys already, which is why I haven't been reading it. Maybe I haven't, but I feel like I have. I should probably... Oh yeah, we were going to talk to people, make sure I get the in discounts and whatnot. An elderly woman who has acquired a deep knowledge of the world's languages and cultures through her travels. No longer fit for such adventures, she lives to impart her knowledge to others. And her items, give me that Firestone, Thunder, Ice, Windstone. Thanks, Grandma. Appreciate you. A young boy who lives in Rippleside, often left to his own devices by his busy parents, he spends much of his time with his elderly neighbor, listening to stories of faraway lanes. Expiring plum, we take those. Who would have thought the merchant town would have good things to steal, huh? Healing grapes, we take those. Expiring plum, give that to me. Why does it feel like the merchant's actually just a worse version of the thief so far? Like, maybe she has better options, but, like, I'm pretty sure everything I could have bought with the merchant, I'm just able to steal with the thief, in which case, like, what's the point? The right person to go to when starting something new, this antique dealer specializes in creating sets and assembles everything from equipment packs for soldiers, lab materials for researchers, and lumber for carpenters. Maids does it all. I mean, you know, I guess if you're going to be a trade person. All the equipment an adventurer needs on a journey. Hey, usually stealing those things are like story request-esque items. So definitely pick those up when you can. And it seems like they almost always, if not always, have a 100% steal rate. Which I guess if it's a side quest or a story thing, it makes sense. This merchant in Rippleside was once a seaman, but but it was forced to give up the life due to the incurable seasickness. Now he operates business in his hometown, down to earth and easy going. He enjoys hearing tales of travel and adventure, and can often be found chatting with sailors or caravan traders. Knoxwood, Sleepery, Adawar, give me all of it. Want it all.
Hello, friend.
Yeah. The guard who accompanies the caravan that transports sun-dry goods from place to place, rescued by traders after collapsing in the desert, he has traveled with them ever since. Uncomfortable in large groups, he prefers to spend his time alone, gazing at the stars above. Okay, if he says all 80%, ma'am, good. My name's Layman, adventurer extraordinaire. Perhaps you heard of me. No, a shame. That, anyhow, I'm about to set out on a journey of a lifetime. Hark, can you hear it? That's the sound of the great unknown calling out to me. And yet, can you believe it? I seem to be completely unequipped for my adventure. My young friend, could you help me? Could you help a great adventurer prepare for the journey of a lifetime? No. First, I gotta steal from you in case you disappear somewhere. My name's Layman, the great adventurer. It may not look like it, but I'm needing some help. Of course, your kindness will not go unrewarded. Anyone who comes to my aid will become a memorable sidekick in the epic tale of Layman. So I literally just had to go to the merchant, steal his stuff, and then... you don't mind if I steal all of your money first, do you? Oh man, this game's got some memes just built into it. Here's an adventure desire that I definitely got legitimately. Why is this the precisely sort of equipment a great adventurer like myself needs? It cannot be that you prepared all this for my sake, can it? Oh yeah, I definitely did. You know, I put a lot of thought and effort into it. Forgive me to have a complete stranger go to such lengths for me. You know, it was a lot of work, really, stealing from that dude. And yet, since you have already gone to such lengths, would it not be more rude for me to refuse your generosity now? You don't mind, do you? That's why I'm giving it to you in the first place, nerd. Thank you. You're no stranger. No, from today we are fast friends. Wow. Now that I'm fully equipped, it's time I set out to discover a new continent. Hear me now, though vast and uncharted world, I am Layman, and I venture onto thee. Ahem. Anyhow, I have a feeling our paths will cross again one day. Farewell, friend of thy. 1,500 and a fortifying nut. Well, getting paid the steel feels good, man. Free harpoon, free status buff. Don't mind if I do. Is that everyone stolen from in this area? Yeah, I stole from Grandma already. I didn't steal from the merchant guy in the back, did I? Oh, here's our hidden treasure. Gotta get that sleep weed. Alright. 84% for our merch. I always forget to grab somebody. I should just like grab something. Poison air at 84%. We're almost at the point where we can get level 3. This chest really sat there that entire time. Oh no. Is that where we're at now? Oh boy. If that's the case, well. Is there really not a special area for Ripple-Tide? That feels wrong, but I guess this area wasn't all that big to begin with, and it is kind of sandwiched between two of the story people's areas. It still feels wrong, though.
Come on. I've got
Really?
better
Ryan's
things to do.
I'm about to go to a new area? Why you gotta be like that? I mean, just for that. Well, can't say didn't ask for that.
Studied harder.
It's not even worth it. It's no XP, no job point. Even with all the bonuses it gave us and whatnot, it still just wasn't worth it. I mean, the most worth it would have been for was just straight up money. Even then, well, money's like, man, at this point, we have, what, almost 100k? That chest all the way down there. Pretty sure that was just all the way down there. We got the surprise, and we get one more weakness found on the fish. That kind of works out. 2 of them weak to electric. Man, really, I guess we could try and chop up the fish. Man, I did crit him right there. That should have been crit. It was in red. I mean, I guess we really want to light this guy on fire. Sure, why not? At least gives us a block break. Not the most fantastic I've ever seen, but enough to break in to guarantee the second one destroys it. If he wasn't going to get destroyed by it already.
Studied harder.
$2K for most of us here. So we're like halfway to their final ultimate divine skills, as they call them. At least for our base class. Presumably farther into the chapters we go, we should be getting new classes. Probably class-specific ones for each one of our characters.
Bring it on.
Fish weak the fire as well. Alright then.
I am
I
ready.
did crit him there.
Cure my Sanctum.
Alright, well, off to a good start. Really, Cyrus? You're slower than both the fish? Well, I guess we can try daggers on it.
Over here.
I guess it shouldn't be too surprising if it ends up being pole arm, considering the merchant area. And the merchant uses pole arms, of course.
You should have studied
I haven't
harder.
looked at equipping armor in forever. I probably have like a ton of it that I have not equipped in who knows how long now. Pretty sure this is the best axe I will have for quite a while. Plus 45 defense, minus 5 speed. Yeah, that's worth it. Not that he was really in a worrying spot there. Iron help, sure, why not? Our elemental is the best, although it's on our hunter. Wind attire is plus 24, plus 26. It does give me speed, though. This gives me evasion and like a ton of it at that. We'll leave her for one of the others. Empowering ring, because we have room for it. Sure, why not? Our thief has the best stuff so far in terms of those that we have. Iron helm's better, our wind attire's probably really good on you, considering your one skill's based off of speed. Oh, I guess we could have upgraded our dancer's dagger a while ago. And then we could have poisoned people more often. Rip. Probably could have done that a bit earlier. A little too late for that now. Bronze. Okay, so our iron vest is just better, although black attire is probably just better overall for her. You, I mean, Pole mace is actually for you. Really now? I thought it was gonna be a pole arm. Okay, that, I mean, I guess it's mace, but then, you know, staff, staves, mace, I mean, it's... I lose so much elemental attack, though. I think our psychic staff is actually better. Although it does give us some form of physical attack for when we are forced to do physical attack. It does give us crit, not that I'm really crit, unless I can crit on magic, but I don't really see that being the case. I think our psychic staff is still better. And then when I do hit, I have the potential of lowering their defense for elements, and then I can do more damage to them. Get them slightly better gear. Traditional dancer garb, max SP plus 12. I'll keep it just for that, honestly. Alright, so now we're slightly tankier. Not fantastically tankier, but slightly tankier nonetheless. So there has to be a special area for this region. There can't not be.
I am ready. I'm curious.
Primrose, please. Why are you like this?
What's the big idea?
My. What's the big idea? You're supposed to be like this great dancer and whatnot, that this bewildering grace. What, bro? Oh, we know we can break them with sword. Probably should have done that on the flyer instead. But it should more or less guarantee that the flyer gets rid of it.
Thus ends your lesson.
Want a tango,
Man,
huh?
nothing. I already grabbed the chest over here as well.
My turn.
Man, I guess it doesn't really matter what I do with these. Just go ahead and break somebody, I guess.
Interesting. A great inferno. Force the land. You should have studied harder.
Yeah, that one's just chilling over there. I can't actually go farther into that area, though it looks like it. I guess there is no, like, challenge area for Ripple Tide. Unless I'm just really missing something. Although it doesn't look like Atlas Kitten really has anything either.
Teach you a lesson.
Out of my way.
Ice weakness makes sense. Sword maybe? No.
Now,
Oh, well, I don't have enough SP for that. Looks like it doesn't matter though, considering how well that worked.
I am ready.
Yeah, the strength, you do that.
Curious.
No wind. Every time.
Here we go. Cool off.
Got you.
Ha, try again.
Slightly more XP and job points, though not by much. Atlas Dim should have a lot of people for me to interact with. At the very least, to see what am I looking at? There's just so many enemies in this game where I go like, what am I looking at?
This calls for sure.
Out of my...
Alright, I was kind of hoping I would be able to clear these guys out faster, but they don't want to die. Oh, nice. You have just enough for one more cast. We take those.
I am curious.
Just like Primrose over here, after trolling for so long. I'll take the XP times 2. And then immediately threw all my items away. He sucks so much. Intimidate? Okay, so you're more of a debuffer then? Fair enough.
Bring it on.
What? Pigs aren't weak to axes and swings?
Interesting dilemma.
Weak to staves? Yeah, it would make sense for your area for you to be weak to staves.
The show is over.
Alright, we can hit up an inn, but we'll go ahead and talk and steal from everybody as needed. Don't mind if I do. Ingredient used in a dish for the king. Alright, well, looks like I was going to have to steal that from him at some point anyway, so it just worked out even fast. When happy, she jumps in the air for joy. When sad, she plumps to the ground in dismay. Her sole dream is to become the realm's greatest actress. Though her friend singer praised the great world knows nothing of her talents, still her talents are undeniable, and if given the opportunity, she will seize it and never look back. Okay, if you say so. Nah, it's 80%. Missed me with that. My master was generous enough to bequeath to me an invaluable inheritance, memories of a loving family, a place with a noble legacy, and a symbol of my service. I have hidden it for safekeeping and record the location in my journal. Okay. Contains notes about the location of the Highborn family's secret treasure. Don't mind if I grab that, do you? A mild-mannered woman who treats everyone with such kindness that some men have grown infatuated with her. She is completely unaware that these admirers have misinterpreted her actions, and even fought amongst themselves for her supposed affections. For the most part, other women pity her a lot and think that men are utter fools. Okay. Nice soul stone, give me that. A miserable moneylender who looks for easy prey. Once he discovers his chosen target's weakness, he exploits it for a quick profit. Having never succeeded in his studies, he now holds a personal grudge against anyone who looks the least bit intelligent. Well then. Essence of grape, we take those.
Good day.
I'm a teacher at the Royal Academy. You may call me Horatio. But I'm afraid that I'm being hounded by nasty, vicious moneylenders. I've repaid all my parents' debt, but the interest. They always claim that I haven't paid all the interest. It'd be like that sometimes. A kind-hearted, albeit inexperienced professor at the Royal Academy who folds easily under pressure. Deep down, he is a passionate individual with a dream he wishes to see come true. Give me that.
Good day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You spineless weakling, good for nothing but cracking open books. Okay, he's just on one. Alright then. Yeah, we heard that you're a retainer. We stole your papers, old man, don't worry. The finest chef in Atlaston, when he worked at the palace, his cooking would please even the pickiest eater of the royal family. Now in pursuit of making the finest food, he is very particular about his ingredients, but he has difficulty finding. Who could have seen that one coming? Flying helm? Okay, sure. Crit off of a helmet? That makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying no to it, I'm just saying, why does a helmet give crit? Less physical defense, but elemental defense, which I'm pretty sure in this game said affects your heal. So it sounds like an apothecary one for me. Shall I tell you the secret? Truth is, I've been asked to cook for the king himself. I do not lack for confidence in my skills, alas, I can't seem to get my hands on the ingredients I need most. I want only the best milk, crab, and eggs. Alright, well, time to fleece everybody for milk, crab, and eggs, apparently. Quite possibly the most spirited woman in town, gregarious and assertive, the townfolk see her as a leader. Her somewhat quiet son, however, tends to follow the pack, much to his mother's dismay. Shadow Soul Stone, we take those. Greater dark damage, you can keep that for now. Alright, well, time to steal from all of you guys. Oh, well, there's an egg. Nice. Why does he have an egg? The world may never know. A man of the Frostlands attempting to design a new kind of windmill. For a time, he was apprenticed to an inventor while pursuing his studies. He specializes in improving upon established designs, making them cheaper to produce and more efficient to operate. Sounds like a good idea. Wind Soulstone? Yeah, it would make sense that you would have those after reading all that. There should be like a insane amount of gear in this area. Man, even better than what we have, though not much better. Fur coat, 112 and both is definitely not bad. It'd be really good for Cyrus. Though if I was gonna buy it, I should do it while I have my merchant on me. Emperor's Crab. Alright, well, found everything we needed for that one side quest. Easy enough. Iron armor, don't mind if I do. Iron axe, I mean, I don't think any of those are particularly strong, but can always be sold if need be. A terrible drunk who has become incredibly violent when deep in his cup. So, former mercenary, he knows all too well how to hurt a man. And his rampages have led him to be cast out from many a tavern. His sole prized possession is a small gold medal. You don't mind if I steal that, do you? Presumably you have it? No? Okay then. Oh, still got free accessories. Hey, you need these, right? Milk, crab, and eggs. Oh, thank you. At last I can cook a meal truly fit for a king. Behold, my new specialty, Crimson Crab Pie.
Oh.
Oh, what a scrumptious aroma. Might I have a taste? Wait, I know you. You're famed throughout the realm for your discerning palate. Why, it would be my pleasure. Why, this is absolutely delicious. Simply sublime. The rich and savory taste of the crab melds perfectly with the thick, buttery pie crust. It's wonderfully piping hot, but I have no doubt it would be just as tasty served cold as well. Of course, after all, there's no guarantee the pie won't cool by the time it reaches the king's table. I can see you thought this through. This dish I'd love to share with my fellow fine dining aficionados. Why, it'd be an honor. 1,500? Man, these side quests really, they're not as good as one might hope. I mean, it's still some decent money, and I got a few healing items out of it, but it's not crazy. Unless they potentially, like, scale up later, maybe? A merchant who spends a disproportionate amount of time loitering near Milo in the hopes of obtaining profitable information. He tries to do so by deliberately bumping into him and striking up conversations about nothing in particular. Okay, that's extremely weak. Sure, why not? Hey, that is a lot of mag gear. At least I could sell it. Seeds? Oh, nice. Soothing dust. We take those. Empowering earring. We take those. A young man who wants nothing more than to help others, proud of how his father supports public figures from the shadows, he strives to live up to this example. Should he follow in his footsteps, no one will ever know how instrumental he is to the success of others. Alright, meh. Silver hairpiece. Max SP plus 10. Hey, that's worth something. Thunder Soul Stone. We take those. Light Soul Stone. Sure. Steal from the librarian. Of course. Librarian's got sleep weed on her, get her.
Greetings.
This tome, the ancient capitals, contains a record of the ancient city of gold. Look, do you see an entire city where everything is made of gold? I wish there were more details about it, but it's only the briefest mention. An avid reader who spends most of her waking hours in the Royal Library, she would rather read than eat and wants to neglect to sleep for 3 days, too absorbed in a good book. She claims that it inherited her love of literature from her late mother. Okay. Give me that soul stone, nerd. Shadow Soulstone, why not? Shadow Soulstone, not bad, considering my dark coverage is kind of minimal outside of my dancer. The song is something. A young troubadour who has only just embarked on his journey to become famous. As his own poetry is still lacking, he spends his days wandering the realm and studying the works of the masters. Even when he's simply practicing singing another song, people flock to listen for his voice to be on compare. Okay. Apparently we got some news about the song, whatever that means for us. I'm sure it'll be important later. And yet another. A well-informed man with an uncanny knack for foretelling the future. With his vast wealth of knowledge, he has consistently managed to predict market trends. Word of his talents has reached the ears of Colzioni family, which has taken an interest in it. Soothing seed and soothing dust, nice. Maybe the academy will actually have people in it now for us to talk to. Or not. Always just decoration, sure, fair enough. Alright, literally nothing in here. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Just there for story elements, sure. Seems kind of like a big project there just for decoration, but okay. At least as of so far, anyways. Free money, and free money. We take those. Max SP plus 10, nice.
What ho?
I collect great works of art, and this particular artist has been a favorite of mine lately. The only trouble I have is the artist is quite peculiar and refuses to paint anything but landscapes. Still, I wish I could find more of his work, if only I could track down more examples. With a passion for painting, this aristocrat spends his time and money collecting art pieces from painters in every region. Eventually, he plans on opening a museum to show the world the magnificence of all the artwork he has amassed. Good for him.
What ho?
Yeah. Find artwork examples at some point or another, sure. You got something for me? Apparently it's harder than you would think to get some of this guy's items here. Though I think I have a majority of that stuff, if not better than what he has there, so I don't really feel the need to attempt the risk of stealing those. Thunderstone, Shadowstone, we take those. Free healing items and SP items, always need those. They're just chilling. Alright then. Oh, made a good amount of items from just chilling in here. We found a few information pieces and got a side quest out of it completed. That's pretty good. Yeah, apparently roaming around actually took a lot more time than I thought it was going to. So, yeah, we continue to make our way across the world here, trying to find dungeons and whatnot. I'm not sure if I'm just, like, straight up missing them, or if there's, like, less within the general area that I know of than I thought I had originally run into. But I feel like there was more when I was walking around, but maybe I'm lit. I don't know. That being said, we will continue our walk around the world to figure out if there's any more challenge done so I can make use of. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.